Well, Tony, what have you got in store for us today?
Logan, we're going to do my mummy's favourite lemon meringue pie. The recipe is as follows. It's a nice, simple, easy recipe, or the pastry is anyway, and even you could do it. And what I like about it is there's no fuffing about with it. It literally just put the flour in, and the flour is 175 grams. I've got 100 grams of butter, which I'll throw in as well. I have 1 heaped tablespoonful of icing sugar, and I'm going to mix that around like so. Now here's a little trick for you. If you want to know if it's all mixed properly, what you do is you just give it a shake like so, and all the big lumps will come to the top. That way I know that's pure butter. That way I know it's not mixed in, so I just keep going like that till it all comes up nice and crumbly and all fine. That's ready now. To this I add 1 egg yolk and around about 1 tablespoonful of water. And I've got a spoon, and I'll mix it around like so. Right, look, that's the pastry made. I'm going to leave it over there to rest for about 20 minutes. I'm going to get on and do the lemon and orange curd. I have 200 mils of water, which I put in here. Pour in. I have the zest of 1 orange. I'm just going to squeeze the juice in. Alright, and I have the zest of... Now, we add the sugar. I have here 100 grams of caster sugar, which I'll pour in. And I have 2 tablespoons of corn flour.
What does that do?
The corn flour helps to thicken her up. All right. I'm going to whisk that up now. And I'm going to put it onto the boil and then take it to what they call the plopping stage. Look. Yeah. Look.
Yes.
Plop.
And we captured the moment.
We're going to do the curd side of it. We have 4 egg yolks and 1 egg, 1 whole egg. All right. Now we have to whisk those up. Giving our eggs a nice mix up. I'm now going to blend our juice, lemon and orange juice mixture with our egg. And that goes back on again with some butter.
How much butter?
This is 100 grams of butter. I'm just going to bring that back up to the boil. Simmer gently. If this temperature is too high, it'll actually curdle the curd. That's the plopping stage. There we go. Right, let that cool down.
I know there are different types of pastry. What type of pastry is this?
This is old man pastry. This is easy to make, easy to do anything you want with. So, how do you get your pastry, this pastry here, from here into this? Well, what you do is this. You fold it in half, you fold it in quarter, like so, and then you put it in here and you open it up in here like so.
Very clever, very simple.
It is, isn't it? And you can see, we'll just tidy that up now around the edges. And I'm not going to cut, you know, people say, oh, I like to trim the edges. Well, I'm afraid you're not going to get trimmed edges with me.
A bit rough around the edges.
I'm a bit rough around, of course I am, yeah. Now here's another little trick I showed you. It's a piece of greaseproof paper that was square, and I cut it into a quarter and then rolled it up like so, and then we just put that in that. Like. Now what I'm going to do is put my paper that I prepared earlier on in here, and I'll show you for why. I put beans in here.
What kind of beans are they?
These are haricot beans.
What do they do?
They help to hold the pastry down, or help to hold it in place. If you haven't got the beans, take a risk.
You could use rice, could you?
You could. We have it at 150 degrees. We're going to put it in there. It'll take about 15 minutes to cook. We don't want it to be brown. We want it just to have set.
So that's baked blind with the beans.
I baked it blind with the beans. Now you'll see why we didn't just throw the beans in there. Because here's my tin. I get my beans. And in there for the next time. Lemon curd. In that goes like that. I have here 6 egg whites. And into it I put half of 100 grams of sugar. And I'm going to whisk that up. Okay, you can see now the egg white is quite stiff. I've got the other half of my sugar here, and I'm going to add the corn flour to that and mix it in.
How much corn flour?
How much corn flour? That's 2 teaspoons of corn flour, and I'm just going to mix it in like so. And I'm going to put half of that in and mix that up. And I'm going to mix in the last bit now. Now, there we go. Your meringue is done.
How do you know?
How do I know? It's forming nice peaks, okay? And it holds its own weight. That'll hold its own weight for as long as you want. A minimum of 6 seconds. We're ready to assemble our meringue and put it into the oven and bake it off.
Bake it off or just bake it?
Oh, come on, don't. No, you're getting at me now, you are. Look, now, leave me alone, all right? That's just a culinary term. A chef's term I use. Bake it off, cook it off, fry it off, everything's off. Our curd is in here. I'm going to put the meringue on top. That goes into the oven now, the same temperature, but we're going to leave it in there till it goes nice golden brown. Our meringue is doing. Oh, would you look at that?
That looks fabulous.
I think maybe a few more minutes for the meringue. I just feel it. I just tap it. Come closer. I'm listening for a sound. So it's still, put your finger out there and just try it. It's still a little bit rubbery. I just want a little bit drier, okay? So I'm going to turn the oven down. Okay, I've given the lemon meringue about 10 more minutes. Here we go. Ooh, look at that. Right, there's our lemon meringue. Let's tuck it